The 1923 Great Kanto Earthquake struck Japan on September 1, 1923, devastating the Tokyo-Yokohama region. The earthquake, measuring 7.9 on the Richter scale, and the subsequent fires it triggered, killed over 100,000 people and left hundreds of thousands homeless. In addition to the natural disaster, a tragic and horrifying human event unfolded in its aftermath: the Korean Massacres. Amid the chaos, rumors spread that Korean residents were poisoning wells, setting fires, and looting in the aftermath of the earthquake. Anti-Korean sentiment, which had been simmering in Japan for years due to colonial tensions, exploded. Fear and misinformation, exacerbated by the instability, led to the formation of vigilante groups made up of civilians and, in some cases, police and military personnel. These groups began systematically hunting down and killing Koreans. The violence was widespread and brutal, with estimates suggesting that 6,000 Koreans were murdered during the massacres. Victims were subjected to lynchings, beatings, and executions. In addition to Koreans, other groups, including Chinese citizens and Japanese mistaken for Koreans, as well as people with mental illnesses, were also targeted. The killings were driven by a toxic combination of fear, xenophobia, and long-standing racial prejudices. The government initially did little to stop the violence, and in some cases, officials and police were complicit. There were also reports of political dissidents, including anarchists and socialists, being arrested and executed under the guise of quelling unrest. Eventually, Japanese authorities called for calm, and the violence subsided, but the damage had already been done. The massacres left a dark legacy in Japan's history, highlighting the dangers of xenophobia and the devastating impact of panic during disasters. The 1923 Kanto earthquake is remembered not only for its physical destruction but also for the human atrocities that occurred in its wake. The massacres remain a deeply painful chapter, with the victims' suffering acknowledged in later years but still not widely discussed in Japan.